far as specifically, they were talking about transgender, like as far as bathroom accommodations and all that stuff, which I totally agree with. Now, but when it comes to women's sports, that's having 3 girls on my own, I really look into the fairness of that, especially with girls already getting less than boys teams get already. I really wonder how that would work when you add that transgender girl into the mix for the girls that's already there as well. I really think we really need to do a deep dive into that scenario, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to increase the inequities that girls sports already have, currently.
Thank you. Director Brim Edwards, how about you?
Yeah, so this is actually an issue that I've looked at across the U.S. and so I'm a product of Title IX, beneficiary, and was a high school and collegiate athlete. And when I look at the proponents of these measures, these weren't people that 5 years ago were advocates for women's sports. This is a issue, I believe, that's being directed at a very vulnerable population and wrapping themselves in or, protecting, something that they've never been supportive of in the past. And if you look at the states where the legislation has passed or has been proposed, they aren't hotbeds of places where women's sports have been elevated. And I think a very different approach would be to, get to the issue that Gary raised. There are standards for transgender athletes or athletes who are transitioning, and there is an objective way to look at this so that the competitive issues are addressed, which versus the proponents usually, this is a talking point in a bigger cultural war issue, is what I think we're seeing, because really it's not something that is this widespread issue in just these states that it's now being proposed. So I think, as an athlete myself and somebody who believes in fair competition, I don't think that's what the objective of most of these bills are about. And I do think we can create a fair competition in a whole host of other ways.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Greene.
So this one is, I do believe that this is a very complex question. I do believe that as people are transgender, they're making this decision about, I'm no longer going to live in this box. I'm not going to be something that I'm not, and they're coming into this space where they're accepting who they are and who they, this is who I am, and they want to compete, and they want to do things the same way that everyone else, the same way everyone else is. And I believe with all of my heart that they have the right to do that. They should be given the opportunity to do that. They should be encouraged to do that, and to not be be pushed aside. But I also understand, I also understand the complexities that come with that. From a male trans